different chess clock timing increment modes, if that makes sense. Today we're drinking lemon kombucha. That is fun drink of the day for the video. If you have not acquired your fun drink for the video, pause and do that now. Oh wait, both of my cats are watching me film this today. It's like being on a TV show with a live audience, I assume. One of my cats is about to completely naturally and without bribe jump up onto my lap. Just watch. This is Mirabelle. She's gonna help us with today's video. Hi guys, my quest for the perfect filming location continues, and so we are in yet another place today. Actually in the same room, just from a different angle because today I have natural lighting. Thank you, sun. Today's video is going to be a companion to my choosing the perfect chessboard video. Today I'm going to talk to you about chess clocks. I didn't get a chess clock until about 2 years into playing chess for the sole reason that I almost exclusively played online during that time, and if I went to a chess club, clocks would be provided. Since then, I've tried out several different types of chess clocks, both very classic and non-standard types, and I want to talk to you a little bit about those and which ones I recommend. Before we start, I wanted to clarify that about 75% of chess players probably only need to download the chess clock app, of which there are several. Chess.com has a free chess clock app. There are also other chess clock apps. And I mean, most people aren't gonna need more than this. So if you didn't know there was a chess clock app, then that's probably the best place to start because they are free and you're already taking your phone with you, so it is the ultimate portable chess clock. But I'm kind of guessing that if you're watching this video, you already know about the chess clock apps because you're probably considering buying an actual chess clock. If you're looking for the next step up from the app, then I would recommend a Tempest chess clock. I have 2 Tempest chess clocks here. Both were gifted to me by Tempest, which is a small company hoping to disrupt the chess space. The way that the Tempest clock works is that it's a docking platform for your phone, and then you tap the platform to change whose turn it is on the timer. This also comes with Tempest software, so they have a specific app that you can only use if you've purchased one of their products. What I like about it is that it's very, very easy to set up. The actual like clock/docking platform itself is very lightweight, takes up no space, and it's just like basically an upgrade from the app because you can actually hit it like a chess clock. And because I'm holding it in my hand, it's not level, but when it's level on a table, tapping it changes whose turn it is. Okay, that actually worked that time. You can change this so that you can have odds, you can personalize the colors, and it also gives you like chess 960 positions and other stuff you can change, so it has delay instead of increment or different things like this. So it has chess, backgammon, Go, Scrabble. It also has like a sand timer. Basically, like all of these games have different timing systems, and the Tempest works for that, but I use it for chess because that's the only one of those games that I play. I think the pros to having a Tempest clock over the phone app are really quality of life improvements. So with the phone app, I've played against quite a few people who don't seem to know how to tap a phone. Like they're like trying to break my phone when they tap it for some reason. And so it just like doesn't register their move, which is kind of a problem. And also it's just like not that enjoyable to tap a phone compared to tapping like a clock. So yeah, like I said, quality of life. And I think it looks better for if you're filming content, you can see the clock, or if you have an audience, they can also see the clock. Obviously this uses a phone, so it's not going to pass for like an actual clock in a FIDE rated tournament, for example, but it is much simpler to use and cheaper than a DGT clock. This is the classic version and it retails for $39 US, so that's like, I don't know, 30 pounds or 35 euros. One of the nice things I like about this is actually that it supports a small company in chess, and it's very hard to find small companies in chess these days. There's like very, very few companies. It's an innovation, and it's very rare to see innovations in chess. Now, obviously both the app and the Tempest clock are not gonna work if you're playing a USCF tournament, a FIDE rated tournament, anything where you're playing like real rated chess. And this is when you would need something like a DGT clock. Now, DGT is a company that makes electronic chessboards and a variety of clocks, 3 of which are FIDE approved. I'm gonna break down the 3 FIDE approved clocks for you and tell you which one I think is best. So there is the DGT 2010. This is the most common clock I would say that I've seen at chess tournaments. This is because it's the budget option for FIDE-approved clocks. It retails from like 60 to 65 euros. Which is not actually that cheap, but you know, it will work at pretty much every tournament. Obviously double check the regulations, but if it's FIDE approved, you should be able to use it at most events. And this clock is small, light, portable, and I mean, it's ugly in my opinion. No offense, DGT, but I really don't like how it looks. Like I said, it's the most popular, probably because it's both smallest and cheapest. But my main gripe with the DGT 2010 is that you cannot see how many seconds you have if you're playing classical chess. So you have to wait until you get under 1 hour to see how many seconds you're playing with. So it's actually kind of hard to notice when you're receiving increment. I actually have a friend whose opponent tampered with his clock before a classical game started and changed the increment. And if you're playing with a DGT 2010 where you cannot see how many seconds that you're getting, you might not notice if you and your opponent are getting the same amount of increment until much later on into the game, which is now an irrational fear of mine and not something I'm okay with. I just don't see the point in playing classical chess with a clock where you can't see exactly how much time you have. Now that we've established that the DGT 2010 is a waste of everybody's time, we can talk about the DGT 2500 and the DGT 3000, which are the other two options. These are the red DGT clocks that you've likely seen. The DGT 3000 is the most common, and the DGT 2500, 2500 is a newer version. So when I was looking at the prices for all of these, the DGT 2500 retails from 60 to 75 euros, and the DGT 3000 seems to go for between 70 and 90 euros. Obviously there's lots of resellers for things like DGT clocks, and so you can get them on sale for cheaper or you can buy them at full price. It really just depends. On the basis that you seem to be able to get the DGT 3000 for around the same price as the DGT 2500, I don't know why you would buy the DGT 2500. There are some perks to this clock, which is that it has a higher contrast screen, the numbers are bigger, and it is simpler to use, all of which are clearly good things. However, I prefer the overall look of the DGT 3000, and most critically, the DGT 3000 is the only one of these clocks that is compatible with a DGT board. So if you're wanting to use an electronic chess board, only the DGT 3000 can be plugged into a DGT board. I really have no idea why they would bring out the DGT 2500 and market it as their like newest best chess clock if it cannot even be plugged into one of their boards. And lo and behold, DGT continues to disappoint everybody by not having backlighting in their clocks. So if you are in a place with really bad lighting, I don't know, go outside. The clock I own is the DGT 3000 limited edition version, which I got like almost 2 years ago and still seems to be available, so doesn't actually seem that limited in its edition. Go figure. I would go as far as to say this is the only clock DGT has made that is not ugly. It's beautiful. Well done, DGT. Do this again. When you turn it on, it is a little bit overwhelming. I have it set to classical mode here, but you have a lot of symbols in the top and along the bottom, and you do really have to learn how to use it. But as you can actually see the seconds from the moment you start the clock, which is so critical for when you're playing classical chess. I also just generally like prefer the shape and feel of this clock over the DGT 2010. And some of you are probably thinking, why does she have such a hatred for the DGT 2010? I just don't know why you have a clock where you can't see the seconds, okay? Sorry, I'm getting emotional. I have used the DGT 2010 at multiple different chess tournaments, both for classical, rapid, and blitz. I mean, it gets the job done, but I'm never going to recommend an individual to buy it. If you're running a chess club and you want a budget DGT clock that is fine for FIDE rated events, then yeah, okay, I guess the DGT 2010 is the way to go. But if you're watching this video, you're just likely to be an individual wanting to buy a chess clock for home use. DGT chess clocks do take some getting used to. You do have to learn how they work. They come with a manual, and on the back there is a lot of instructions. But you know, if you're going to be playing chess at, oh, you're on? Okay. If you're going to be playing chess at tournaments, then it's kind of useful getting to know how to use these, because then you know how to protect your rights, your right to a 30-second increment in a 90-30 game. Also, if you ever want to become a chess arbiter, you're gonna have to master how to use a DGT clock. For reasons unbeknownst to me, DGT also makes other clocks outside of the 3 FIDE-approved clocks. And I guess these would be great if you're running a school club or something like that. But again, I don't know why you would buy one for home use, because in my opinion, you buy nice or buy twice, or you just don't buy at all and you use the phone app. If you want a clock that looks like this, buy the actual thing. Don't buy like some random clock from some random brand or some random DGT clock that can't be used in tournaments, especially looking at you, Americans, who have to take your own clocks to events. God knows why. I was playing against a child in a chess tournament recently, because chess tournaments are plagued with children, and he was complaining that the prizes in Europe are so much lower. And why was the reason for that? The reason he gave? Oh, because they provide the equipment. But like, okay, I'm very happy to not have to take my own equipment. I'm very happy to show up to a fully functional chess tournament where they have clocks, they have DGT boards, or they have boards, and I don't have to take stuff with me. I'm very, very happy to just show up and play the game. And let's be honest, how many of us are winning first prize at a chess tournament? No, we're not. So there are other clocks, like I mentioned, like the DGT Easy Plus. These are just cheaper, like pocket chess clocks. And I guess there must be some merit to buying them because they make them. But this clock is still like, I think 30 euros when I checked. And so if you're gonna spend 30 euros, you may as well just buy the Tempest clock and use your smartphone and have a nice backlit display where you can color coordinate it and have your own, accessories. At least it has some life to it, and at least it's backlit. Nintendo figured out how to backlight the Nintendo DS after not backlighting the Nintendo Game Boy. That was about 20 years ago. If you're gonna charge, 100 euros for a clock, it should probably be backlit. I really wasn't expecting this video to get so heated in my opinions about chess clocks, but apparently I have very, very strong opinions about them. If it wasn't clear, my ranking for the DGT FIDE-approved clocks would be DGT 3000, DGT 2500, and DGT 2010. I do kind of want to underline the fact that I've had this clock for about 2 years now, and I've used it probably less than 10 times. Because how often am I having a friend over and we're using a clock to play chess? Like, most of the time if I'm playing chess with my friends, we're playing online at like a tournament of some kind, or at a chess bar, somewhere where they have clocks, have equipment, have everything we need, or we've forgotten a chess clock and we just use our phones. Because let's be honest, I'm not carrying this around with me everywhere. I'm not carrying a chess clock around on the off chance someone's gonna wanna play chess with me. If somebody wants to play chess, then I have the phone app just in case. That being said, there is some kind of satisfaction into having all of the equipment, and I know some people get really into their hobbies and want to buy all of the equipment. You don't have to spend a lot of money on chess. It's one of those hobbies that can be free, but also it's kind of nice to have the fun, fancy clock and to know how it works and, all of that stuff. So I totally understand. So the doorbell just rang midway through filming this video. I have received Buggin' Out Puzzle and Play cat puzzle feeder, because my cats need mental stimulation. I need mental stimulation, and so do they, because they're indoor cats. I'm an indoor cat. This is unrelated to the chess clock video. I think there's bound to be somebody in the comments being like, I can't believe you didn't buy 15 different chess clocks to recommend them to us. I genuinely don't see the utility in buying random off-brand chess clocks. In Europe, you will literally never ever see a chess clock other than the 3 that I've mentioned at a chess tournament, because I don't think any of the others are allowed. And so I think that there's value in owning and getting used to what you're going to be using when you play a real tournament. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments down below which chess clock you have, or if you have any other further questions I haven't answered, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.